everyone, I'm Chantel and welcome to this week's video. So today I wanted to give you a bit of a Christmas gift, really, something that's going to help calm your nervous system, especially over the Christmas period. Now, Christmas can be a bit of a stressful time, all right? We might be forced to kind of have meals with family members that perhaps might trigger us. We don't necessarily get on with all of our family. So that could be a cause of stress for some people. For others, Christmas can be a time that is perhaps a little lonely as well. All right. So, whatever your Christmas is like this year, I just want to give you a little tool that can just help bring some calmness into your day. And you don't have to use it just for Christmas. You can use it absolutely anywhere. All right. And it's known as the NICER meditation. I learned this from one of my mentors, Marissa Pia. And before we begin, actually, I want to ask you something really simple. All right. So, what does calm actually feel like for you? All right. How does it really feel in your body? And what does it sound like when you speak from that place of calm? All right. And just think about it. Okay. There's no pressure to change anything yet. Now, with the NICER meditation, it's about just giving your nervous system a new instruction. All right. Because our mind doesn't respond to logic. It responds to repetition and what is familiar to the mind. All right. Now, NICER stands for, the N stands for new. We're going to create a new internal response. The I stands for install. All right. So we're going to install new beliefs, new feelings. We're going to code it in. We're going to install what you want and keep it in there. We're going to erase the old, outdated patterns, and then we can repeat it because repetition is how the brain learns. Okay. And this is how you stop reacting to situations that might trigger you and actually start responding instead. Okay. Now, first of all, we're going to go into a more relaxed brainwave state. We're going to go into alpha. Okay. So now, you just look at me, all right? And all you're going to do is you're just gently going to lift your eyes upwards as if your eyes are looking up into your eyebrows, or if they're looking up into an imagined spot overhead, okay? And as you look up, just take a deep breath in for me. And then breathe out. And take another one, deep breath in. And breathe out. And just one final time, deep breath in. And then breathe out. Now, this eye fluttering and blinking that you might see is actually your brain starting to go into an alpha state. Okay, so it's a really good way to just relax your mind, get you from that beta brainwave state that we live in so often, and just calming it down. All right. And this is just the nervous system beginning to slow. Okay. So we're just kind of moving out of alert survival mode and more into a receptive mode. Now, next step, you're going to take one finger and you're going to place it between your eyebrows where your third eye is. Okay. You can just gently press there or rub in like a circular motion. Okay. And this isn't tapping, very different from tapping. We're installing, we're impressing. You are telling your mind, this matters, pay attention. And I want you to ask yourself now, what do I require right now? What is it that you require? And I want you to say it slowly. You can say it slowly in your head or out loud. So perhaps it might be, what I require is to be calm. What I require is to be present. What I require is to stop carrying everyone else's emotions. What I require is to trust myself. And whatever it is, you can just repeat it and just let your mind hear your voice. Because the words you say to yourself are the most important words. And so your brain believes what it hears from you. Okay, so now we're going to receive and code it in. So now just gently open up your hands and your arms like so, palms facing up towards the sky as if you're receiving a gift. And imagine you can give yourself the very thing that you really require. So if it's calmness, notice, Where would calm sit in your body? Is it your chest, your shoulders? Is it your stomach? If it's confidence that you're requiring, like how would you stand? How would your voice sound? How would your breathing change? And just let your mind just answer that naturally and just keep your arms up as if you're receiving that. And now ask yourself, what does this feel like? And just imagine, just visualize that. What does it sound like when I speak this way? What does it look like when I move through my day in this state? And just use your senses. Okay. Imagine, what do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What are you smelling? Right? Use all of your senses because your brain learns through experience. And even if it's imagined experience, your brain doesn't know the difference. Okay. And your brain is going to fire off those same neurons as if it was a real event or an imagined event. All right. And this isn't woo-woo. There are lots of studies to prove this. Okay. So this is how we start to code it in. And then the next step is we're going to erase the old limiting beliefs. So if you have a voice inside your head that says, yeah, I've tried this before, this doesn't work, or this feels uncomfortable, or this is really weird, or this isn't going to last, that's just habit. That's just old programming. Okay. It's nothing to do with like failure or anything like that. So as you hear that voice, just gently sway from side to side. And you can be doing this sitting or standing. It doesn't matter, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just a small movement. You don't need to go too far. And this tells your nervous system, I'm safe. I can let go. I can let go of these old beliefs. And as you sway, you can say to yourself, I'm erasing these beliefs. I'm eradicating these old patterns. I'm eliminating these old responses that no longer serve me. I'm ending this habit. So again, just say, I'm erasing the old response. I'm eradicating my old beliefs. I'm eliminating the pattern that no longer serves me. I'm ending this habit. And just let your body just start to soften. Now, this movement is actually really deeply regulating for the nervous system. It's why mothers rock their babies when they're soothing them. Okay, so it comes from there. So we're now just starting to get rid of those old beliefs. And then I want you to bring your finger back at your third eye between your eyebrows, and you're going to impress again. What I require is to be calm, present, grounded. What I require is to respond instead of react. This is a really good one if you are having Christmas dinner with family members that might trigger you. What I require is to trust myself. And then again, repeat, open your hands up, call it in, code it in, wire it in. See yourself later today or at an event, Christmas coming up, whatever it is you're doing this for. Imagine yourself responding differently if a family member says something triggering. Imagine yourself speaking more kindly to yourself. Imagine not being so like triggered or being pulled in by other people's moods. Okay, and just spend some time visualizing that, feeling it, seeing it. And then you can then sway again. Okay, I'm eliminating these old beliefs. I'm eradicating these old patterns. And then once you stop swaying, you can just take another deep breath in for me. Deep breath out. And just kind of notice, like, has anything changed in your body? You feeling calmer? Is that knot in your stomach when you think of someone coming over for Christmas? How does that feel now? What feels different in your body? Okay, and this is a skill that you can use all the time, right? You can use it before having a difficult conversation with someone, before having a meeting, before going live on social media, about if you're about to be around people that trigger you, anytime you feel overwhelmed, because you can't change the actual events, all right? You can't change what's already happened, but you can actually change how you meet what's next, if that makes sense. You can change how you react to things. And the more that you repeat this meditation, the less it becomes like something you do, but the more it becomes who you are. Okay. So I hope that all makes sense. Give it a go for me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas break or festive season, whatever it is you get up to. And I will see you all soon on the next video.